Hey there, fellow GTA 5 enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into some fascinating trivia about our favorite character, Michael. Did you know that Michael was originally supposed to appear in a cutscene where he gets mugged by Trevor? Yes, you heard it right. In the initial script, Michael was going to meet up with Trevor at a specific location, where he'd be ambushed and held at gunpoint by our beloved troublemaker. This interaction would have provided some insight into Trevor's mindset and how he sees Michael as a soft target who has gotten away with far more than him. Unfortunately, this scene never made it into the final game, but it's still an intriguing piece of trivia for us to ponder over. It's always interesting to see how game developers' ideas evolve over time and which ones actually make it into the final product. Now, let's talk about Michael's weapon skills. His shooting skill is only average, but his explosive skill is through the roof. He can use explosives like a pro and blow stuff up with ease. And don't forget, he can also steal planes and fly them without any problems. But wait, there's more! Michael holds the record for the most money made from selling weapons in any heist game. Impressive, right? And did you know that Michael loves karaoke? He even has a karaoke machine in his office. So next time you're at a karaoke night, be sure to belt out your favorite tunes like Michael does. Did you know that Michael, our beloved protagonist, has a special connection to the number 13? That's right. Michael is the 13th character created in the GTA series, and his in-game birthday is on a 3rd. How cool is that? His signature do in most missions, but there are a few instances where he rocks a different haircut once after you free Stuart Cooper, and again when you take out Trevor at Michael's house. What's even more interesting is that his second hair transformation is slightly different from the first. But wait, there's more! Did you know that Michael's appearance actually changes quite a bit during cutscenes? His clothes and facial features can be quite different from what we see in-game. For example, he sports a beard and wears more formal attire during his flashback scenes. His daughter even calls him Dad at one point, hinting at a possible marital split with his wife.
Now, here's something interesting about Michael's house in the game. If you take a closer look at the map through the window of his room as you walk in when the game starts, there's a bug where his whole house isn't shown. Instead, a large patch of land with no building stands out. This led many players to question if Michael himself was aware of this bug, or if he even owned that piece of land. Talk about a secret hidden in plain sight. Did you know that Michael is actually a huge fan of the movie, The Shawshank Redemption? That's right. You can catch him quoting the iconic line, "Hello, fellow inmates," when he meets Franklin for the first time. Now, that's some cool trivia for you. Michael's love for cars is also evident in the game. He owns a gorgeous Vagaro, which he had to sell to raise some cash. And get this, the Vagaro is actually based on the real-life car that Iden Gillen, who played Thomas in Calendar Men, owns. Talk about a cool connection. Now, let's talk about Michael's past. Did you know he and his wife had a daughter named Annie? It seems that Michael and his wife had some issues, as their marriage ended in divorce after their second child was born. Poor Annie was caught in the middle of it all, and eventually moved out. Did you know that Michael is actually a recovering alcoholic? That's right. He mentions it in a conversation with Trevor when he says he doesn't want to drink again because he's a recovering alcoholic. Next up, Michael loves his family more than Franklin does. He admits that his family isn't really his family, but still claims that they are the most important thing in his life. We can all relate to that, can't we? Moving on. Michael has a pretty impressive collection of fine art at home. You can spot it in 2 different cutscenes at Michael's house. Some of the pieces featured include works by Picasso and Banksy. Talk about some serious art appreciation. Here's another interesting tidbit. Michael and Trevor seem to have quite a few similarities and differences between them. They both share the same birth year, yet Trevor was born on February 14th, quite a special day. They also attended school together and often compare their lives with one another, highlighting their contrasting personalities and experiences. Moreover, did you know that Michael never utters the word God in any of his lines? It seems like he might not be a religious person after all. Quite an interesting detail for such a complex character. Did you know that Michael was the first character in the GTA series to express their feelings through a variety of facial expressions? That's right. Michael's emotions are portrayed through his facial movements, which were painstakingly captured using motion capture technology. This attention to detail adds a whole new layer of depth to his character and makes him even more relatable.
Another cool fact is that Michael has his own unique apartment entrance code 62782. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, why not? Well, if you don't have an Xbox 360 controller hooked up to your PC while playing GTA 5, you won't be able to unlock this nifty detail. It's a hidden feature designed specifically for console players. And here's one more fun tidbit for you. When Michael and Franklin meet for the first time at the car lot, pay close attention to the license plates of all the cars there. You might spot a few interesting ones amongst them. Did you know that Michael's age is actually revealed in the game? You can find it in one of his phone conversations with his wife. He mentions turning 44. That's pretty cool, right? Now here's a fun tidbit. In a conversation with Trevor, Michael reveals that he was born in February of 1967. This means his birth sign is Aquarius, which is fitting for his carefree and rebellious personality. How cool is that? That wraps up our 5 fun facts about Michael from GTA 5. I hope you enjoyed learning something new about this iconic character. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more amazing content like this.